You know, it's almost a cliche at this point, the tortured artist who dies penniless,
Right?
but it just hits different when you're talking about the man who literally invented the 20th century. I mean, this is the guy who electrified the world, and yet he died alone with no fortune.
It really is a story fit for a novel, isn't it? But it's real history, specifically the history of Nikola Tesla.
Exactly. And for this deep dive, we're working from a biographical narrative called Learn English Through History.
And don't let that title fool you. It's actually a pretty gripping look at his life and legacy.
It really is. So our mission today isn't just to, list off dates. We want to get into how a penniless immigrant managed to beat a giant like Thomas Edison in the famous War of Currents.
And maybe more importantly, why Tesla's way of thinking is, well, something you might find really relevant today.
Let's start with that mindset then. I mean, it's the classic underdog story.
It really is. Tesla was born in 1856 in a tiny village in what's now Croatia. And right from the start, it was clear he wasn't processing the world like other people.
The detail that always gets me is his visualization process. Most engineers, especially back then, they needed blueprints, sketches, physical models.
Oh, absolutely. But Tesla, he was running complex simulations entirely in his mind.
It's incredible.
He could build, test, and, refine these incredibly complex machines in his imagination before he ever even picked up a tool.
So by the time he actually built something, he knew it would work.
Exactly. And that was pretty much all he brought with him when he came to the United States. Almost no money, just a head full of these huge ideas.
But those ideas ran straight into a wall named Thomas Edison. And this is the War of Currents.
Right.
And I think people often gloss over the technical reason they were fighting. This wasn't just about personalities.
No, it was about fundamental physics. Edison was all in on direct current, or DC.
But the problem with DC is that you lose voltage, you lose power, the further you send it,
A
right?
huge amount. It's like trying to push water through a very long, leaky hose. You'd need a power station every mile or so. It's just not practical.
A total logistical nightmare. And that's where Tesla's alternating current, or AC, just changed everything.
It was a game changer. AC lets you ramp the voltage way up for long-distance travel and then step it back down to be used safely in a home.
It made the whole grid scalable.
That's why he won. It wasn't about marketing or politics in the end. It was just better physics.
Yeah.
And that vision is why AC is what's lighting up our homes and cities today.
So, okay, he wins the war. He fundamentally changes human civilization. In the movie version, this is where he buys the yacht and sails into the sunset.
But the reality was brutally different.
Yeah.
Despite the fame, despite the fact his tech is literally everywhere, he didn't get rich. He just wasn't focused on patents or profit margins.
He was obsessed with the ideas themselves.
Exactly. He wanted to unlock a better future for humanity, not just a better bank account for himself.
It's such a stark contrast to how we think of tech innovators today, isn't it?
Yeah.
He lived a simple life.
Mm-hmm.
And the end of the narrative is actually quite heavy.
It is. Nikola Tesla died in 1943 in New York City.
All alone.
Completely alone. But I think the source makes a crucial point here. Tesla died alone, but his ideas didn't. He left behind a legacy that, in many ways, has outlived Edison's. He's remembered now as this creative visionary who was just decades ahead of his time.
So if we're pulling a key takeaway from this, beyond just the technical stuff, what is it for you listening?
The narrative really boils it down to resilience. It quotes him saying something like, "Never stop imagining, even when others don't believe in you." He trusted his own vision above all else.
I love that. But it does leave us with a sort of provocative thought for today. We live in an era that is completely obsessed with valuations, with billion-dollar exits, with startup unicorns.
Absolutely.
So is it even possible for a modern innovator to truly prioritize ideas over money the way Tesla did? Or was that a unique trait of his era that we've kind of lost?
That really is the question, isn't it?
Something to think about next time you plug in your phone on the AC grid that Tesla built. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Keep imagining.